Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a basic HTML5 web page and how to create the basic structure of an HTML page. So for today's purposes, I'm just going to be using a basic text editor. TextEdit for Mac will work fine, or Notepad for PC. And the reason for this is because I think it's a great way and a simple way to begin learning HTML without having to download any code editors, and it also kind of highlights the simplicity and beauty of HTML. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is create a new document, and then we're going to go to Format, Make Plain Text. So HTML is the standard language for creating web pages and allows us to describe and create the structure and content of a web page. Now HTML consists of a series of elements, and when we create these different HTML elements, we're basically telling the browser how to display certain content. So these elements that we define are basically telling the browser how to visually display the content that we define. And these HTML elements are created by a start tag, some content in between, and an end tag. And the start tag opens the element, and an end tag closes the element. I also wanted to mention that some elements have no content, and these are called empty elements, and these empty elements do not have an end tag. I also wanted to note that HTML tags are not case sensitive, however, lowercase is recommended. So let's begin writing our first line of code. Now all HTML documents must start with a document type declaration. What we're going to do is the $! sign, exclamation point, doc type, and then HTML. And basically what we're doing is just saying that the document type is going to be HTML, and this also helps different web browsers to display web pages correctly. Now on the next line we're going to do an HTML element. So we're going to do same thing, $! sign, HTML. And this is how we're going to open the element. So this is an open tag, and now we'll close it by doing the same thing, less than, but then / and the same thing, HTML. So this part opens the element, and this tag closes the element. Now what we're going to do is just make some space here and go right in between here and press enter, so these are positioned right beneath each other. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and make some space, click tab, and we're going to do a head element. So we'll do head to open the element, now we'll close it, head. And what we'll do is go in between here and position them underneath with a nice indent. Now we'll go right in between the head element, and we'll create a title element. So we'll go one more tab in right here, and we'll do a title element. So open the tag, now close the element, and in between here, basically a title element is going to display in the web pages tab or in the web pages title bar. So you can write anything, but I'll write hello world. So cool, we got that down. The next thing we're going to do is create a body element. So we'll go below the head element and do body to open the element. Now close it, body again. And now we'll position these underneath each other as well. And all of our visual elements for the content inside the web page will be inside the body element. So basically we're just defining the document's body, and it's basically a container, if you will, for all the visible contents in the web page, headings, links, images, etc. So let's start adding some content into our web page. Let's start by adding a header element. What we'll do is do a h1. Now we'll close it. Now header elements range from h1 to h6. H1 defining the most important heading, h6 the least, and they will decrease in size as you go down. So we'll start with the h1 and let's create a header for our website. So let's just say welcome. So now I want to kind of go over those empty elements. Let's put a HR, and this is a horizontal line that will be displayed. And as you can see, it does not have a closing tag, does not need one. So we'll also press tab on both these to indent them. Sorry about that, I forgot. Now let's add some more content underneath our header. Let's add a paragraph element. So we'll do P to open the element. Now we'll close it. Now you can put as much text as you'd like in this paragraph element. So let's just say hello world. Now I also want to display using an empty element nested inside a paragraph element, and what we'll do is use the break element, and this is a way to break up the text and place the text that comes after the break below the text that comes before the break element. So what we'll do is just here. So for the break element, again, it's an empty element. We do not need a closing tag. This is just a nice way to further customize, text on your web page. So let's add some more text to sit below the hello world. Let's just say welcome to my website. Okay, great. Now I want to actually add another heading below this. So let's do an H2 element just to kind of show how the header elements work. So between here, we'll just say thanks for visiting. Now what we're going to do, we have our first HTML page coded. What we're going to do is let's see how it looks. So we're going to go up to File, Save. Now save it wherever you like to. And what we do is we're going to call it index.html. So the reason we call it index.html is it's the standard and most commonly used name for describing the default or home page of a website. So this is just the standard way we do this for the main page of a website. And obviously we're going to use the .html extension. So now save it wherever you'd like, and what we're going to do is click save, and it's going to come up, you have used the extension .html. The standard extension is .txt, so we're just going to click use .html. Now to view our website, we can either just double click on our HTML code here, HTML document, or we can right click open with, and I would recommend Google Chrome. So now as you can see, all of the content we created shows up. So a little bit of a breakdown. The title element, as you can see, is up here in the tab. The H1, welcome, our horizontal line break, nicely displayed here. Our paragraph element, hello world, and the break element breaks up the two sections of the paragraph element. And the H2, as you can see, is slightly smaller than the H1. as they go down in importance and size. So what if we took away the break? Let's do that. Save. Now reload the page, and as you can see, the text sits right next to each other on one line. So the break element is great for breaking up text. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to see any future videos on any specific things, please leave a comment in the section or feel free to send me a message. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.